Glory to Jesus Christ. My name is Father Volodymyr Zablotsky, and I welcome you again to our online Orthodox Christian cooking show. It has been a while since we published our last video, but today we would like to put together a quick one, and it's about dyeing eggs for Pascha or Easter for our Catholic friends. So in order to do, I learned this recipe from my aunt in Ukraine, and in order to do that, you will do, first you want to boil some onion skins. It's right here in this pot we have about 6 large onion worth of onion skin, and I would say maybe half a gallon of water, and you boil it and it draws the color. And we're gonna pause the video right now. I'm gonna, just for the purposes of draining these skins, and I will show you the liquid, how the liquid looks. So we drained our onion skins, and you can see how much onion skins we had. You can put as many as you want, but this looks like a tea. But we found out in last few years that the onion skins, they give the best color to our eggs. So I'm gonna use this liquid to boil my eggs, but now we're going to do the eggs themselves. So I already made few here. You can see they're just tied inside, but basically what you need to get yourself few of these nylon stockings or pads or socks, whatever you can find. They are really cheap. You can get like several pairs for a few dollars. So one stocking, one of this is good for about 2 eggs, and you will have to cut them as you go. So what I do, I just cut this piece big enough for an egg to fit in. I'm just gonna flip it over because I would like the seam on the outside. So what you do to make these eggs, you will need some sort of herbs. You can use cilantro, you can use parsley. I decided to use cilantro because parsley had really big leaves, but now that I did few, I probably could have used parsley too, because it would give it a little bit different kind of look to it. But you just pick one of these, not big, one of the smaller leaves like that, and I'm gonna find another one, and like so. And what you do, you put it over the egg like that from both sides. All right, you can put as many, if you can hold them, you can put like 3 of them, and you can put just make sure that they kind of hug the egg and space them a little bit like symmetrically. And then what you do, you just place them in this sock and just grab these 2 leaves of parsley, or in our case cilantro, and just pull this portion over it and kind of try to make it tight, and then make a twist. Take a tie, the wire ties, the twist tie for the bags that you get from the grocery store, and just twist them, and that's it. And what you do next, once you made few of these, you just boil them and cook them as normally you would your eggs. And once they're done, they cool down, you unwrap it, and they just turn out beautifully. And we'll show you. But let me do another one, just to make sure we have a few that we done. as long as I can find my ties. I can't see my ties. Oh, here it is. Here's a tie. I'm gonna do another one because I already cut a portion of that sock. I have to make this a little bit of a point for the next one. You can probably, yesterday we were looking at these in the store, at these socks, and we decided to go with these, but maybe baby socks would be a little bit better because they probably will hug an egg a little better. So this time I'm gonna do with a little bit of parsley, and I'm gonna just put parsley over my egg, and I'm gonna just try to spread it. Maybe actually I can do both parsley and cilantro. Let me find a suitable suspect here. This looks pretty good. So I'm gonna, on one side it's gonna be parsley, on the other side it's gonna be cilantro. And doesn't have to be perfect, because you know, once you start putting it into the sleeve, probably will go out of place, but just try your best to keep it together like so, and just put the sleeve over and stretch it and tie it. I just said that I didn't have enough. Let me grab a few more ties. Accident happens. Alright, we found some ties. So again, you can just tie this egg like so with a little tie. And see, there was a little bit of excess. I'm gonna cut it out. I probably don't need to cut, but I just, you know, I guess OCD moment, just make it all right. So we have 6 eggs. We probably, I won't do any more, but next step is just to boil them as you would boil your regular eggs. And next time we come back to the camera, we'll show you how these eggs look. Alright, I know you guys know how to boil your eggs, so, but I'm just showing you that this is easy, because when you leave a little bit of a like a little tail, all you need to do is just gently put it into your pot with the water. This water isn't hot yet, we just started it, but we're gonna just drop it in. Some of them flow, but that doesn't mean the eggs are bad. It's just that nylon needs to get wet before it drowns. So I don't know if you know how to test whether the egg is good or not. You put eggs in the water deep enough to cover them twice the height. Like if this is the egg, put enough water to cover them twice the height. And if the egg is good, it will stay on the bottom of the water. If the egg is spoiled, it will float to the top. So a little trick. Alright, this is the moment of truth. Our eggs are out of the water. They're still hot. I think for the best result you would want them to cool down perhaps a little bit, but I can't wait. This is actually, you know, really the moment of truth for me, because I never made these eggs before and I have no idea whether they came out as beautiful as my aunt would, but we will find out in a moment. So we have see that it's still sticking. whatever we had still sticking on, but once you remove it, it has this pretty design. What do you say, honey?
Beautiful.
Has like a little pretty design on it. Well, let's unwrap them all. But they came out pretty nice. I think, I mean, with a little bit of practice, it can be improved, but it's pretty neat design, right? So let me unwrap one that had this was with the cilantro and parsley in it. And let me just unwrap one that had dill in it. And see how this goes. How did this go? You can probably, you know, as far as spices go, well, this one, it's not as impressive as I saw, but it still has a little bit of a design. So definitely at the first glimpse here, but it looks like a little fire on the egg. Pretty cool. I would say definitely go with cilantro or parsley because it creates a more pronounced design. So let me finish unwrapping this all and we'll be back once I'm done. Okay, our eggs are ready and they came out much better than I expected because I never made them before, but they look pretty beautiful and unique. And unique is the key word here because, you know, you can see. Anyway, these few were made with dill, and it's kind of, I mean, it has a little bit, but the ones that were made with cilantro, or perhaps if you do it with parsley, it's a really pronounced design on them, and they look pretty unique. So I hope you can try it at home. It's very easy to do. And hope you can make them for your Easter basket.